This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and today we're popping over to Cybertron to take a look at another of the figures from the Cliffjumper vs. Everyone pack from Transformers Legacy United. This time we are at the G1 Universe Squeezeplay, one of the Headmaster Juniors from the original G1 series of toys. And I believe in Japan he might have been called Cancer, but I can't remember. We'll flip to the back of the box real quick because so we have the robot is Squeezeplay and the headmaster is Lokos, because in the G1 American universe the headmasters were a separate entity from the body, both of them different characters, right? Whereupon in Japan the headmaster was the, well, depending upon if it was a headmaster junior and a headmaster, it was either a human in a suit or a small robot, and then the body was called a transector. And the different headmasters could attach themselves to any body if they wanted to. And in fact, one of their power moves is to swap heads and bodies to power up some kind of an attack if you watch the show. By the way, I would recommend it. I thought I actually really, well, okay, that was Headmasters. My favorite was actually Transformers Masterforce, although it was kind of weird being that you had the character of Jinrai, who had the body of Optimus Prime, but nobody called it Optimus Prime or Convoy for that matter. They just called him Jinrai. And oh, hey, look, this human in this transector looks just like our previous leader who died a while ago. Anyway, that being said, let's go ahead and take out Squeezeplay. I think that goes with Arn. So I have never transformed this figure. Let's get this rubber band off of here. I haven't even watched a review on this one, to be perfectly honest, so this is probably going to be a totally new territory for me. What the hell? Oh, there we go. So we'll see how I can go at the end. At least the robot mode is really easy. His head's backwards. His robot head was backwards. Oh, hey, this is Lokos. It looks okay. I mean, it's just standard headmaster head that came with a bunch of these. Theoretically, most of these transformers, most of the headmaster had like the same body parts, so theoretically they should transform similarly. But this actually does look a bit on the new side. And being that this does not resemble any other kind of creature, you know what? I'm not going to use the instructions yet unless I get stuck. But I do need the picture from the box, otherwise I can't figure out what the hell is going on. And right off the bat, I am not sure where this attaches. Ah, okay. It looks like this attaches here. Let's see. So this is the chamber, so the head should attach this way. Wow, that is a pretty loose attachment there. That's weird because looking at the picture of the back, this should be more out of the way, so maybe that's upside down again? Okay, so yeah, okay, so that's how that should be. I hope this isn't one of those things where you have to pull this off and flip it around every time you transform it. Let's go ahead and stick his headmaster head in there. Also, we do have the gun from the pack before, so we can put a gun in hand. And he's got his little shield slash punching claw weapon that we can put in his hand there. So here's a basic transformer, right? Articulation-wise, the head can spin around. It does want to pop out. Just by the design of the headmaster's neck and everything, you can kind of get this wiggle around. I don't even know what the hell I would call that joint on there. Just that you can move it about quite a bit. I think it might be a mini ball joint. The arms have a hinge, so you can hinge it up and down. And you can punch them in the side of the face all you want. And we have a spin. We do have a bicep cut here. I don't know if that have anything to do with transformation or not. We've got a double jointed elbow that most likely does have to do with transformation. Oops, the gun popped out. There is no spin on the wrist, though you can kind of move it up and down. Again, transformation being the reason for it. Let's see if we got a waist spin. We can, in fact, spin at the waist. You do need to move the... You know, it kind of reminds me of a cobra head. So I'll just refer to it as a cobra head. Though, obviously, it's not a cobra. But you can spin that all around. There's no ab crunch or anything. The legs have kind of a double jointed setup here. You can kick out way more than 90 degrees on this one. So he's sitting on his crotch, not just doing the splits. You can kick forward all the way, and you can kick back all the way. A little bit of interference with the cobra head. There is a thigh cut there. Single joint at the knee. We have an ankle rocker. So we can have him standing pose with his feet down. I do wish there was actually something that connected on this head, though, to hold it in its back properly. So that's our articulation. Take the gun and the shield off. And now we get to see how badly I can screw this up. Pop the head off. All right, so that head's not going to work that way. Wait a second. Okay. All right. Based on the image, it looks like these legs should go out further, but you can't get them out further with the ball joints positioned the way they are. Hmm. I'm not even sure where this is supposed to go in robot mode. Or beast mode, animal mode, whatever mode this is. Alright. Or the gun for that matter. I mean, you can kind of fit them in there like that. Alright, so that's how we got there. There's our image back there. Here's what it looked like. Now, I guess we'll take a look at the directions. Alright, so now that we're going to have to cheat a bit and use these instructions here. So according to this, the snake head should be facing up on the back. Okay, when we do that, the snake head pops into there like so. I don't think I got it to do that the first time. Pop the head off. Rotate the arms up. Flip the fists in. We already have that. Turn the legs sideways, I guess. Or all the way around. And then we use that double joint. Like so. There we got that spread going that I didn't have. Pop that open. Flip it upside down. Move the head up a bit. Do the splits. Twist them around. Okay, you want that on top there. So you want kind of like the screw part on top. Pull the head up, clip that in place. You got your little hands there. Ah, okay. So this becomes a tail. And then you can put the gun in the tail. Now it looks like I missed the step where you were supposed to move the little side gun looking things out of the way. So there he is, properly transformed. And while I had the sheet out, I did not look at Tarns so that we can have fun with that one next time. But here we go. This is Squeezeplay transformed into his beast mode. And this is kind of one of those things where I feel like they aren't really trying too hard. Like, don't get me wrong, I think if you see the pictures of the Transformer Juniors from back in the day, they weren't exactly anything special either back then, to be perfectly clear. But this update's not all that well done either. And that's a shame, because, you know, we should be able to get a much better looking figures out of the Transformers than what we're getting with some of these. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is definitely one of those times when I could not figure out the transformation on my own properly. So I had to cheat and use the instructions. Anyway, please feel free to leave a like or a comment. You can make fun of me if you want. That's fine. That's why I do it this way. You get laughed at, because I don't mind. But if you enjoyed my content here and you don't mind watching somebody, because I gotta imagine I'm not the only person who buys a Transformer and tries to transform it on their own before looking at the instructions. You know, you got like Prime versus Prime or Rodimus Primal, I think, or Emio, Elio. Sorry, don't remember the brain fart there on how the name's supposed to be pronounced. I mean, they all obviously take the Transformers out, work them for a while. Brain fart there on how the name's supposed to be pronounced. I mean, they all obviously take the Transformers out, work them for a while, figure out how to do it perfectly, and then show you the perfect transformation. I'd rather show you what happens when you try to do it without looking at the instructions the way you do when you actually buy the toy, or most of us do. So, I do hope you enjoyed this. Peace and love.